Hello students, welcome you all. So today we are going to discuss about pairs of lines. So before going to discussion, let's recall what we had discussed in the last class. So in the last class we had discussed about lines, angles, then adjacent angles, then linear pair, also vertically opposite angle. So this much thing we had discussed in the previous classes. Now we are going to discuss about pair of lines. So here we will discuss about intersecting lines. Well, what is intersecting line? Intersecting line is nothing but if suppose one line is there, another line is just intersecting it, okay, it's crossing it, we call them intersecting lines. Okay, the lines which intersect each other are called intersecting line. Here you can see example, three lines have intersected at this point. There are several lines are here, 1 2 3 4 5, all lines are intersecting each other. Okay, we call them intersecting lines. Okay, there are some lines which do not intersect, do not intersect. Okay, some lines which are not intersecting line, we call them not non-intersecting line. These are intersecting line which do not intersect, we call them non-intersecting lines. Okay, what type of lines do not intersect? Let's see, some line is there, suppose another line like this. Okay, it is moving just parallel to that line, so line L1 and this line is L2, and these two lines are moving parallel, so that this line L1 and this line L2 will not intersect. Okay, that means if you extend this up to infinity and this line L1 to up to infinity, here to this side left side, if you extend it up to infinity and here also you extend it up to infinity, they will not intersect, we call them parallel lines. Parallel lines. Okay, so here we will move to some this concept, this is transversal. Okay, so now we will see what is transversal. Suppose one line is there, another line is there, and third line is intersecting the two lines. Okay, here suppose this is L1 and this line is L2, and L3 line is intersecting L1 and L2. We call this L3 as a transversal, or in simple word we can say a line that intersect two or more lines at distinct points. Okay, distinct means different point. Here you can see L1 is intersecting L2 at this point, okay, and L1 at this point. So in two distinct or different point it is intersecting. Okay, so a line that intersect two or more lines at distinct points is called transversal. So here we can say L3 is a transversal. Okay, suppose you can take, so sir you say not two, more than two lines we will take, you take 1 2 3 4, as many as line you can take, and you take a transversal like this. You see this transversal, so suppose M line, this M line is intersecting 1 2 3 4 lines at distinct points, different points, we can say M is the transversal. Okay na? So you please write down this definition, a line that intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. So this is transversal. Now you see, if transversal intersect two parallel lines, then some angles are being formed. Okay, here it is. Here you can see L line and M line. Okay, this line. And P line is intersecting L line and M line. This line is P line. Okay, so P line is intersecting L line and M line, and there are several angles are being formed, and we have named those angles. angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 8 numbers of angle are being formed here. Now we can name those angles. What type of name? Say suppose first we'll start with interior angles. Okay, now you see, look at this figure. Who are interior? Interior means inside. Okay, na, you see here angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6, they are interior, they are inside. And angle 1 and angle 2, they are outside. Angle 7 and angle 8 are also outside. So who are the interior angles? Interior means inside. Angle 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can say what you can say, interior angles are 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly, exterior angles. Okay, exterior means those who are not interior. That means angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8. So, two types of angle now you know, interior angle and exterior angles. Now, we will move to pair of corresponding angle. Okay, so this is a new word for you. So, just listen and try to remember it. Pair of corresponding angles. Okay, na? Now see who are corresponding angles. You can see this angle 1 and angle 5. They are corresponding angles. Okay, another corresponding angles is there, angle 2 and angle 6. They are corresponding angles. Well, another corresponding angle, angle 4 and angle 8, they are corresponding angles. Okay, is there any other angle? Yes, there is one pair more, that is angle 7 and angle 3. Okay, they are pair of corresponding angles. One second. So you see, now I have made 4 different colors and there are 4 different pair of corresponding angles. First angle 1 and angle 5. The pair of corresponding angles are angle 1 and angle 5. Then you can write angle 2 and angle 6, angle 2 and angle 6, then angle 4 and angle 8, angle 4 and angle 8, finally angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, na? So they are pair of corresponding angles. Now we will move to another type of angle, that is alternate interior angles. Okay, alternate interior. Now you see, interior word comes, this interior means inside. So that angle 3, 4, 5, 6 we will consider these 4 angles only. Okay, but they must be alternate. Alternate means you see, alternate means angle 3 and angle 6. Angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles because they are interior and they are on alternate sides, that is angle 3 and angle 6. Another pair, if you can say, another pair is angle 5 and angle 4. They are alternate interior angles. Okay, so pair of alternate interior angles are angle 3 and 6 and angle 5 and angle 4. So they are pair of alternate interior angle. Similarly, we can write pair of alternate exterior angles. See, alternate exterior angles here. Exterior means outside. Pair of alternate exterior angle, angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8, they are the exterior angles. So who will be the pair of alternate exterior angle? Angle 1 and angle 8, they will be the pair of alternate exterior angle. Similarly, if you consider another pair, angle 2 and angle 7. Okay, so angle 1, angle 8 and angle 2, angle 7, they are the pair. So you can write pair of alternate exterior angles are angle 1 and angle 8, there is one pair, and angle 2 and angle 7 are the another pair. Okay, now one such pair is left behind, that is pair of interior angles, same side of the transversal. Now look at the figure. Pair of interior angle, that means they must be in pair. Interior angle, who are the interior? Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6 are the interior angles, but on the same side, one side of the transversal. Who is the transversal? Transversal is here. Okay na? So P is the transversal here, and they must be on one side, either this side or this side. So who will be the pair? Angle 3 and angle 5. They are the pair of interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Similarly, angle 4 and angle 6. Okay, you try to remember these things. Okay, now we will move to a special type, that is parallel lines. Okay, now we have just discussed about only lines. Okay, so now we will discuss about parallel lines. Okay, parallel lines. Okay, this is the try this. You please try this at home. Try this at home. Now we will discuss about transversal of parallel lines. Okay, you try to do this also. Okay, now look, here you can see some parallel lines are here. This line 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lines are here, and they are all are parallel. Okay, they all are parallel. And who is the transversal? Transversal is the T. This T is the transversal. Here, if I will say to identify the corresponding angle, can you identify the corresponding angles? Yes, angle 5 and angle 6 are the corresponding angles. Here in this case, angle 7 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. And there are several other corresponding angles. और भी बहुत सारा corresponding angles है, like this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, all are corresponding angles, isn't it? So, in case of parallel lines, corresponding angles will be equal. So, this is a task for you. You draw two parallel lines. Okay. How can you draw two parallel lines? Do one thing. You put your scale. You have a scale in your geometry box. So, just put the scale and draw one line on one side of the scale and another line on the other side. Okay. Opposite side. So, that and now remove these scales. So, you will get two lines, they must be parallel. Okay, now you draw any transversal. Now measure the angle, this angle and this angle, they are corresponding angles. So you will see these two angles will be exactly equal. Okay na? So we can say corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so you please write it down. If two parallel lines are caught by a transversal, each pair of corresponding angles are equal in measure. You please write it down. Okay, write it down. Pause the video and write it down. If two parallel lines are caught by a transversal, each pair of corresponding angles are equal in measure. Therefore, we can write here in this case angle 7 is equal to angle 8. In this case, angle 5 is equal to angle 6. Okay na? Well, now we will move to another part. Okay, see. Now there are two lines. Look, you can look at this figure. Line L and line M, and with the transversal, line T is the transversal. Therefore, if I will say who are the corresponding angle, corresponding angle will be angle 5, angle 6, corresponding angles, angle 5 and angle 6, one pair of corresponding angles. Then angle 3 and angle 4, angle 3, angle 4, they are the one pair of corresponding angles. Similarly, angle 7 and angle 8, and angle 1 and angle 2. Okay, they are the corresponding angle and they must be equal. You can say angle 5 equal to angle 6. Okay, similarly, angle 3 is equal to angle 4, angle 7 is equal to angle 8, and angle 1 equal to angle 2. What is the reason? As they are corresponding angles. Okay, and corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so now we will move to another type of angle, that is alternate interior angle. What type of angle? Alternate TER, alternate interior angle. Okay, so what is alternate interior angle? We had already discussed who are the alternate interior. Look at this interior, they must be inside, and alternate means on alternate sides. So the alternate interior angles are angle 3 and angle 8. Another pair is this angle 6 and angle 1. They are the pair of alternate interior angle. Now we will see one thing. You see, we know that corresponding angles are equal. Therefore, angle 5 is equal to angle 6. Okay, we can write angle 5 equal to angle 6. Why? Corresponding angle. Corresponding angles. Okay, so angle 5 equals to angle 6. Now, angle 5 is equal to angle 1, isn't it? Angle 5 was equal to angle 6 and angle 5 is equal to angle 1 also. Angle 5 equals to angle 1. Why? Because vertically opposite angle. Angle 5 and angle 1 are vertically opposite angle. Before in this statement we had written angle 5 equal to angle 6. Angle 5 equal to angle 6. Now angle 5 equal to angle 1. Therefore, angle 1 equal to angle 6. Angle 1 equal to angle 6. So, angle 1, here you can see RHS and RHS are equal, LHS and LHS are equal. Therefore, RHS must be equal. So, angle 6 must be equal to angle 1. So, you can write angle 1 equal to angle 6 or angle 6 equal to angle 1. Now, look at the figure. Who is angle 1 and angle 6? Angle 1 and angle 6, they are nobody but alternate interior angle. Okay, na? So we can say similarly we can prove that angle 3 is equal to angle 8. Okay, na? So we can say alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, na? So what we can say, if two parallel lines are caught by a transversal, each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. Please write it down. Watch the video and write it down. If two parallel lines caught by a transversal, each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. Here, angle 3 equal to angle 8 and angle 1 equal to angle 6. Okay, another thing. Okay, as pair of alternate interior angles are equal. Similarly, pair of alternate exterior angle are also equal. Okay, you can write it down also. This is not in your book. Please write it down. If two parallel lines caught by a transversal, pair of alternate exterior angles are also equal. Okay, write it down also. Now we will move to pair of angles on one side of the transversal. Okay, na? That means angle 3 and angle 6. They are the pair of angles on one side of the transversal. Pair of interior angles. Okay, not only angles. Pair of interior angles. Now see. Look at the figure. Angle 3 plus angle 5. What will be angle 3 plus angle 5? They are linear pair because angle 3 and angle 5 are only one line. That line is T line. So we can say angle 3 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree, isn't it? You can write it. Angle 3 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree. Reason is linear pair. Okay. Now angle 5 is equal to angle 6 pi because they are corresponding angles. Okay, you can write, but angle 5 is equal to angle 6. Reason is corresponding angles, because we know corresponding angles are equal. So angle 5 will be equal to angle 6. Now you see, angle 5 is equal to angle 6 and angle 5 plus angle 3 equal to 180. Now you look at this statement, angle 3 plus angle 5 and angle 5 equal to angle 6. So instead of angle 5 we can write angle 6 now, as they are equal. Angle 5 equal to angle 6, so in place of 5 we can write angle 6. So you can write, so angle so angle 3 plus angle 6 will be equal to 180 degree. Now look at the figure, where is angle 3 and where is angle 6? These two angles are nobody but pair of interior angle on one side of the transversal, isn't it? And their sum is what? 180 degree. So we can say in general, sum of pair of interior angles, okay, on one side of the transversal is 180 degree. You can write this statement. Two parallel lines are caught by a transversal, then each pair of interior angle on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. You know that supplementary? What do you mean by supplementary? If the sum of two angle is 180 degree, we call them supplementary. Nah? So the angle 6 and angle 3 will be supplementary, or angle 6 plus angle 3 will be equal to 180 degree. Both are same thing. Okay. Now let's see what else is there. Okay, you please try this at home. Try this. Check for parallel lines. This is already we have told. So try this also at home. Okay, exercise 5.2. Much time. Okay, let's start exercise 5.2. See, exercise 5.2. Now I will just recap you all the things that I have just discussed. Okay, first, corresponding angles we discussed. Corresponding angles. Okay, when two lines are parallel, okay, and transversal intersect them, corresponding angles are equal. Okay, first thing, you should know who are corresponding angle. Angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding, angle 7 and angle 3, and finally angle 2 and angle 6, they are the corresponding angles. The next part was alternate interior angle, pair of alternate interior angle. Pair of alternate interior angles are also equal. Look at the figure. Who are the pair of alternate interior angle? Angle 3 and angle 5. They are the pair of alternate. Alternate means there must be an alternate side. So angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles, and angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate interior angles, and they are equal. Okay, when two lines are parallel only. Now, pair of alternate pair of interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Okay, one thing. Pair of interior angle on the same side of the transversal means there is a transversal, and on the same side the angles must be there. Angle 3 and angle 8 are the pair of interior angle who are on the same side of the transversal. Angle 2 and angle 5, and there is a the fact is that angle 3 plus angle 8 is 180, or angle 3 and angle 8 are supplementary. Okay. Similarly, angle 2 and angle 5 are supplementary. So this much thing we had studied in the last class, in the previous class. So now we are going to discuss exercise 5.2. So let's start. State the property that is used in each of the following statement. Okay. If AB parallel A parallel B, if A parallel B. Now look at the figure. A is parallel to B. Then angle 1 equal to angle 5. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5. What type of angle there? They are corresponding angle. Corresponding angle. So question is, state the property that is used in each of the following. So this is the property. You can say corresponding angle property. Okay. Now double I. If angle 4 equal to angle 6, then A parallel B. If angle 4 equal to angle 6. Now you see angle 4 equal to angle 6. What type of angle there? They are alternate interior angle. Now we have a property, if alternate interior angles are equal, then two lines will be parallel. Okay. So we can say if alternate interior angles are equal, then two lines are parallel. Okay. So this theorem is property is property is of alternate interior angle property. Okay. Now we will move to triple I. If angle 4 equal to angle 5, look at the figure. Angle 4 equal, sorry, not equal to, angle 4 plus 5. So angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180. Angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180. Then A parallel B. Okay. Now you see angle 4 plus angle 5. Okay, will be equal to 180 degree saying, or we can say they are supplementary. So we have a property, if pair of interior angle on one side of the transversal, so they are the pair of interior angle on one side of the transversal and their sum is 180, or they are supplementary, then they must, what would be the outcome? A must be parallel to B. Okay, then A parallel B. So this is the property. You can say alternate interior angle property. Okay, so what is the property? Alternate interior property angle property. Sum of the interior angle on one side of the transversal property. Okay, sorry. Now question number 2. The adjoining figure in the adjoining figure identify. What you have to identify? The pair of corresponding angle. Look at the figure. Where is the pair of corresponding angle? Pair of corresponding angle I have just shown you. Angle 4 and angle 8. You can write. I answer is angle 4, angle 8. One pair. You can write and. Then another pair is angle 3, angle 7. Angle 3, angle 7. Another pair. Angle 3, angle 7. Now angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 1, angle 5. Another pair. Last pair is angle 2, angle 6. Angle 2, angle 6. Okay. They are the pair of corresponding angle. Now next part, double I. Pair of alternate interior angle. Now angle 3 and angle 5. Double I. Double I. Yeah. Double I. Angle 3 and angle 5. Angle 3 and 5. Then angle 2 and angle 8. Angle 2, angle 8. They are also pair of alternate interior angle. Okay. Then next, pair of interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Angle 3 and angle 8. Triple I. Angle 3, angle 8. Okay. Then angle 2 and angle 5. Angle 2, angle 5. So they are the pair of interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Finally, vertically opposite angles. Okay. Angle 3, angle 1. You can write angle 3, angle 1, 1. Then angle 4, angle 2. This is one pair. Angle 4, angle 2. Another pair, angle 7, angle 5. Angle 7, angle 5. Another pair, angle 8, angle 6. Angle 8, angle 6. Okay. Now question number 3. In the adjoining figure, look at the figure. P parallel Q. Okay. P is parallel. Sorry. P line is parallel to Q line. Find the unknown angles. Okay. Now, one second. Okay, so we have to find the unknown angles given that P line is parallel to Q line. Here P is parallel to Q and this line is the transversal. Now if this angle is 125, angle E, and this angle must be what? Must be supplementary, as they are linear pair. We can write angle E, here we will write angle E plus 125 degree equal to 180. Region you give linear pair, implies that, or you can write, or angle E equal to 180 minus 125. So it will be equal to 55 degree. So we got E equal to 55. Here E is 55. Now you see this angle 125 and angle D are corresponding angle. Okay, na? You can write angle D, small d equal to 125. Why? Corresponding angle. Okay, na? Now you see angle E equal to 55, angle F will be equal to what? 55, as vertically opposite angle. You can write angle E equal to angle F. Why? Region vertically opposite angle. VUA, don't write VUA, you write vertically opposite angle. Or we know the value of angle E, that is, look at the figure, angle E is 55 degree. 55 degree equal to angle F. So we got the value of angle F. This is 55 degree. Okay. Now you see again, look at the figure. Angle E and angle A are what type of angle? Corresponding angle. You can write angle E equal to angle A, region corresponding angle. Okay. Therefore, angle E is your 55 degree equal to angle A. So we got the value of angle A also. Angle A is 55 degree. Okay. Now again you see angle this 125 and angle D. Okay, we have already found angle D, that is 125. I have not just written, but we have already found it. Here it is. Angle D equal to 125, corresponding angle. Now you see angle F, this angle is equal to angle C. Why? Corresponding angle. You can write angle F, small f, equal to angle C, region corresponding angle. Okay, na? Implies that, or you can write, or so angle C equal to 55 degree. So angle C is equal to 55 degree now. Now you see angle B. Okay, before going to B, find this angle. This angle will be vertically opposite angle of 125. So it will be here same 125. Now angle B and it will be equal to 125. You can write angle B is small b. Angle B equal to 125 by corresponding angle. Now you have found all the angles. Okay, all the angles you have found. In this way we can find this angle. Okay, now we'll move to the next question. Question number 3 is complete. 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's start with question number 4. Find the value of x in of the following figure if L parallel M. So L line is parallel to M line. You have to find the value of x in each case. Okay, here we'll start with I. Here L is parallel to M. Okay, na? Okay, here what we'll do, we'll find this angle first. You name this angle. Say suppose Y. You draw the figure and give the name of this angle. Okay, so that 100 degree and Y are linear pair. Okay, na? Okay, linear pair. Therefore we can find Y. Then after finding Y, Y will be equal to what? X, as their corresponding angles. We'll do it like this. Here 110 na, 110 degree plus y equal to 180. Give region linear pair. Okay, so y equal to 180 degree minus 110, which is equal to 70 degree. Now y will be equal to x. Again y equal to x by region corresponding angle. So x is equal to 70 degree. We found the value of x here, that is 70 degree. Okay, y is also 70. Now we have find value of x in I part. Now we will move to double I. We will clear it out. Come to double I. You have to find x here. Okay, so in order to find x, okay, we will find this angle first. Name it, say suppose y. Write it y here. Okay, here y is equal to 80 degree. Y will be equal to 80 degree. Give region corresponding angle. Oh, y and 80 degree, they are corresponding angle. Now okay, now y and x are on one side of the transversal. If we will take L is parallel to M, okay, and A is the transversal, suppose, okay, A is the transversal, then X angle and Y angle are one side of the transversal, isn't it? Therefore their sum will be how much? Their sum will be 180 degree. You can write x plus y equal to 180 degree. Region angle on one side or same side of the transversal. Okay na? So you have the value of y as 80 degree. So 80 plus x will be equal to 180, implies x equal to 180 minus 80, which is equal to 100. Okay, so we found the value of x as 100. Okay, you can find it in a easier way. You see, L is parallel to M and A is the transversal. Therefore you can directly say x is equal to 100. You can directly write x is equal to 100. Why? Because x and 100 degree are their what type of angle? They are corresponding angle. You will just write corresponding angle. You don't need to find this angle also. Okay, in an easier way you can find this one, x. Now we will move to question number 5. Okay, question number 5. Okay, here are some empty pages. It will be easy for us to write question number 5. 1 second. Oh, 1 second. This is the question number 5. Well, now let's read question number 5. In the given figure, the arm of two angles are parallel. Which figure? You can see in this figure. Okay, this figure. Arms of two angles are parallel. So here arms of the first angle is AB and BC and DE and EF. So what is there? Here is AB parallel DE. These two lines are parallel, and BC parallel EF. BC parallel EF. Okay. If angle ABC equal to 70 degree, look at the figure. Angle B is equal to 70 degree. Then find angle DGC. Okay, DGC, where is DGC? This angle you have to find. Okay, and find angle DEF. DEF. Okay, this angle. Okay, you have to find these two angles. Okay, let's start. Well, here AB parallel D. So AB is parallel to D, and if BC is the transversal and BC is transversal, okay, AB parallel D, BC transversal, therefore the angle B will be equal to this angle DGC. So angle B is equal to angle DGC. Who is DGC? DGC, this angle, okay na. So you can write, or you can write angle B, you know, the measure of angle B is 70 degree. 70 degree is equal to angle DGC. So you wanted angle DGC here, you can see. We got it 70 degree. Give the reason. Why? Because they are corresponding angle. Write it here. Corresponding corresponding angles. So we found angle, this angle equal to 70 degree. Now you see again, BC is parallel to EF. Okay, we'll write it down. Here we'll write again BC parallel EF. Look at the figure. BC parallel EF and DE is the transversal, comma DE is the transversal. Okay, now therefore this angle DGC, okay, DGC will be equal to DEF, isn't it? Because they are corresponding angle. Write it, angle DGC, angle DGC equal to angle DEF. DEF, region is corresponding angle. As they are corresponding angle, now we have the measure of angle DGC. This angle is 70 degree. Here we have written DGC. So 70 degree. So in this place we will write 70. 70 degree is equal to angle DEF. Angle DEF. Okay. This is what we wanted, angle DEF. So we have angle DEF equal to 70 degree and DGC angle is also equal to 70 degree. So we got both the angle I and double I. Okay. In this way you can please solve. Now we'll move to the last question. Question number 6. Okay, let's read the question. In the given figures below, decide whether L is parallel to M. So we have to check L is parallel to M or not. So we have some rules. In order to be two line to be parallel, we will use them also only. Okay. Now you see, we will consider about I part. Here you see these two angles are given, and what type of angle they are? 160 degree and 144 degree. They are the interior angle on one side of the transversal, and we know that if sum of these two angle or interior angle on the same side of the transversal is 180 degree or they are supplementary, okay, then what will happen? Two lines will be parallel. Supplementary, if they will be supplementary, lines will be parallel. So let's check sum of these two angles. What is the sum of these two angles? I will solve I angle, so not angle one, you can write let 126 I. Here 126 degree plus 44 degree is equal to here 0 170 degree. Okay, 170 degree. Now if these two sum of these two angles would be 180 degree, then they would have been parallel, but the sum is 170 only. So can L and M be parallel? So we can write here sum of interior angle on one side of the transversal is not 180 degree. 180 degree नहीं हो रहा है. So L and M are not parallel. So L and M are not parallel. If the sum would have been 180, then they must be parallel. But it is not 180, so they are not parallel. So this is not parallel. Okay. Now we'll move to double I. Okay, double I. Okay, what we will see? Here you can see this angle is 75. We can find this angle, na 75. Okay, na? So you see this angle is 75 and this is the vertically opposite angle. So it will also be 75 degree. Now if you add these two angles, now this 75 and 75, these two angles are interior angle on one side of the transversal. L and M line are there. Transversal is N and 75 and 75 degree both are on one side of the transversal. Let's check 75 plus 75 equal to 180 or not. Here you can see 75 plus 75 is equal to 150 degree. So again sum is not 180 degree, therefore L is not, it is also not parallel. Okay, now we'll move to this one. Here you can see this angle is 123. Now you can find this angle. Okay, na? Let's find this angle. These two angles are what type of angle? Linear pair. So this angle will be equal to 180 minus 123, which will be equal to, here it is 7, and then 57, right? 57 degree. Now this angle is here 57 degree. Now look at the figure. Corresponding angles are being equal, 57 and 57. Here you can write, in this case in triple I, corresponding angles are equal. So or therefore, as corresponding angles are equal, therefore line L is parallel to line M. So L is parallel to M. So this is the, in this case L is parallel to M. Now we will move to the next part, IV. Here you can see 72 degree, here it is 98. Okay, what we can do? We can find this angle. Okay, we will find this angle, and if these two angle is this 72 degree and this angle, their corresponding angle, if they will be same, then line L and line M will be parallel.